Have you ever felt completely alone, wondering who you can truly rely on when everything else in life starts to crumble? Or questioned whether the people and things you depend on, family, friends, money, even your own strength, that can truly be there for you when it matters most? Welcome back to our channel. I'm grateful to have you here with us today, as we explore a topic that has quietly transformed countless lives: taking refuge in Buddhism. This isn't just a religious ritual or spiritual label. It's a powerful shift in how you live, who you trust, and where your strength comes from. Most people think of taking refuge in the Buddhist path as a formal ceremony, or a symbolic act for monks and spiritual seekers. What if I told you that taking refuge isn't just for the robes and the temples, but if it's actually a turning point, a decision that can bring peace to your chaos, clarity to your confusion, and true companionship when the world feels empty? Let's talk about what taking refuge really means. At its core, it's a choice, a commitment to walk a path grounded in wisdom, compassion, and awakening. In Buddhism, we take refuge in the triple gem: the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. These aren't just lofty ideals. They are living, breathing truths that can anchor your life. Taking refuge in the Buddha means recognizing the awakened potential within yourself. It's not just about worshiping a historical figure. It's about acknowledging that enlightenment is possible, and that you have the same seed of wisdom that the Buddha did. The Buddha is your guide, not your savior. He doesn't rescue you from your suffering. He shows you the path out of it. Taking refuge in the Dharma means relying on the teachings that liberate. These aren't abstract philosophies, they're practical tools. They teach you how to respond to pain, how to let go of what hurts you, how to live ethically, mindfully, and meaningfully. When life feels like a storm, the Dharma is your mat. Taking refuge in the Sangha means you are no longer alone. The Sangha, the community of fellow practitioners who walk us beside you. Some may be seasoned monks, others just beginning, but all are united by the shared intention to grow, awaken, and support each other. So what happens when you truly take refuge? Life changes, not because your problems disappear, but because your relationship to them transforms. You stop expecting perfection from the world. You stop leaning on unstable foundations. Instead, you root yourself in something eternal: the wisdom of awakening. Let me tell you a story. There was a woman named Lisa, a single mother of two. Life had been a string of disappointments, broken relationships, financial struggles, health problems. She tried everything from self-help books to spiritual workshops, but nothing seemed to bring lasting peace. One day, at the invitation of a friend, she attended a Dharma talk at a local temple. Something about the mike's words, simple, calm, and piercing, cut through her despair. She began to attend regularly. Eventually, she took refuge. She didn't become a different person overnight, but something inside her shifted. He stopped feeling like a victim. He stopped blaming others. He began to chant, meditate, and read the sutras. Slowly, her perspective changed. Instead of asking why, she began to ask, what can I learn? Instead of seeking escape, she sought insight. Her children noticed the change first. Mom is calmer now, her daughter said. Her boss commented on her improved attitude. She began to attract better relationships, not because she was trying to, but because she was becoming more whole. That is the quiet miracle of refuge. It doesn't shut, it doesn't sparkle. Let it grounds you, heals you from the inside out. When you take refuge, you're no longer just survivors walking a path with purpose. One of the most profound changes after taking refuge is the sense of being truly accompanied. Think about it. When something goes wrong in life, who do you turn to? Friend, family member. It might be there, or they might not. But the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, you've always there. They're not limited by time, space, or mood. They don't get tired of your problems. They don't judge you. They don't abandon you. Instead, they offer you a mirror. They help you see your mind clearly, your habits, your patterns, your attachments. They help you uproot suffering at its source. And that's more than comfort. That's liberation. Another powerful benefit of taking refuge is the shift in how you view karma and responsibility. You stop blaming the universe. You start accepting that your actions have consequences. This doesn't make you feel guilty, it empowers you. Because of your past choices created your present, that your present choices can create a new future. You begin to live more intentionally, you speak more kindly, you consume more wisely, you love more deeply, not out of obligation, but out of awareness, out of reverence for this fragile, precious life. Taking refuge also brings a kind of spiritual insurance. In Buddhism, there's a teaching that those who take refuge sincerely are protected not necessarily from all harm, but from spiritual derailment. You may still face difficulties, but you'll have a compass. You won't wander aimlessly. You won't fall into despair. You'll know how to return to center. You might be wondering, do I have to change my religion to take refuge? Absolutely not. Buddhism doesn't ask you to convert. It asks you to commit to the truth, to awakening, to compassion. Taking refuge is less about external labels and more about internal orientation. It's like deciding to live with the light on instead of fumbling in the dark. Now let's talk about some misconceptions. Some people think taking refuge means renouncing joy or becoming overly serious. A true Dharma practice brings more joy and lies. It's the joy of freedom, the joy of not needing to impress anyone, the joy of being able to sit with yourself in peace. Others fear it's too hard. But taking refuge isn't about being perfect. It's about being sincere. It's not about knowing everything. It's about trusting the process. Even the Buddha started with confusion. Even the great masters once started. Our refuge is the beginning, not the end. A common fear is, what if I fail? But Buddhism teaches that failure is part of the path. The important thing isn't how many times you fall, but how many times you return. Every time you chant, every time you bow, every time you pause before reacting, it's taking refuge. Refuge is not an escape. It's a foundation. It's not about avoiding life. It's about living it more fully, more mindfully, more wisely. Want to share one last story? There was a man who had hit rock bottom: addiction, bankruptcy, broken family ties. One day he wandered into a temple, out looking for salvation, just shelter. He sat in the back, unnoticed, and listened. The mind didn't promise miracles. He just talked about suffering and its end. That was enough. The man kept coming back. Eventually, he took refuge. He started to rebuild his life, and not just externally, but internally. He apologized to those he hurt. He got clean. He found work. But more importantly, he found peace. And not perfection, at peace. You once said, refuge didn't change my circumstances overnight, but it gave me something I never had before: a path, direction, reason to try again. That is the power of refuge. It's not dramatic, but it's profound. It whispers when the world shouts. It calms when the world rushes. Told you when the world drops you. So if you've ever felt lost, consider this your sign. The Buddha is not a distant figure on a pedestal. He is a friend. The Dharma is not just ancient text. It's living truth. The Sangha is not just monks in robes. It's a community of hearts, including yours. And you, right now, are invited to take that step, and not to escape your life, but to embrace it fully, to walk with wisdom, to live with purpose, to awaken, one breath at a time. Thank you for watching this video. If you've ever taken refuge, or if you're considering it, share your story in the comments. Let's support each other. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and join our membership to help us continue spreading light, clarity, and compassion to the world.